welcome back to another Commander Cycle video. I know it's been a really long time and I'm so sorry for that. I'm trying to get that collection tour up. I just got really sick and today we'll be reviewing the Commander Appo figure, and I'm really sorry guys, but I'll try to put more videos out there, I promise, and we'll get straight into his packaging. So here we do have Appo right here. It does say it at the bottom, Obi-Wan Kenobi right there. As you can see, you see the figure on the inside, his helmet. He's got the longer rifle and the shorter one. And if we move the camera up, Black Series right there, mural art with Commander Appo down there at the bottom. Flip around, number 14 in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Got Appo right there. Here's his bio, if you want to pause and read that. It says Commander Appo and Star Wars Black Series at the top. And yeah, we'll take him out and take a look at him. So here's Appo right here. We'll save it somewhat for last, but here's his longer rifle. Same thing we've seen, except it's for the new clone, which has a 2023 body. Either way, mold looks great. Same with the Spoiler blaster, looks awesome. Just another blaster to add to my clones, so yeah. We'll set that aside too. And his helmet, we do have I guess this is our first removable helmet besides the plain white one, but yeah, sculpt looks great. The blue paint could be a little bit different, but it's supposed to be matching the show. Has the good gray lines, has the blue on the side, has silver in the mouth and down at the bottom, and of course the black visor. It's the same exact sort of around there, except, you know, with a 2020 clone, you can't take off the helmet. And yeah, overall, the helmet looks pretty good. And if we bring over the old clone, there's no head underneath. That's just a separate sculpt. Like the head is just sculpted there, and there's no head underneath. It's just the helmet. And yeah, for comparisons here, there's a lot. a lot different. So obviously the look, one's more theatrical, one's more, looks more different than that. And yeah, it is the new the old, 2020 mold here. And yeah, there's a lot different with these figures and everything. And so, of course, this one has a actual head sculpt. Of course, everything about this is gonna be different from the helmet, because top to bottom, the helmets are completely different, because this is a different sculpt and everything. This is like the old clone. Like, this is what we first got. The arms are, of course, different. The chest's different. And down here at the legs is also different. Yeah, we'll get more on this in the articulation segment too. But yeah, so we'll set that clone aside. Here, we'll stand him up here, put his helmet down. We'll set that clone aside and we'll get into Commander Appo's detail. So I'll get him in a position here where we can kind of see the head sculpt more. But yeah, I'll try and see if I can zoom in the camera here a little bit. But yeah, here you go. So the likeness to Tamora Morrison is, I think, pretty good. Yeah, it looks a bit weird, but we can't expect it to be perfect. It's still Hasbro's work, but they did good on making a really good clone that has a removable helmet. And over here, Jesse looks great too with the removable helmet, and his head sculpt looks great because, of course, the tattoo looks awesome. And yeah, so these figures side by side look pretty good without their helmets on. And also Rex over here looks great. So of course that's gonna be different because they're clones, they have their own style, but they look pretty similar, I guess. So they're obviously passed off as clones because they look really close to each other. And yeah, the old Tamora Morrison head, which the Jango Fett head may not be good, but if you really want to, it may not look good at all, but you could try and swap these heads. If you really wanted to see if you could get Jango Fett looking like that. I have no idea if the helmet would work. I do not have my helmet at the moment, but I will try and find that. But yeah, we'll go ahead and put these two figures. Looks great. Swap the heads if you want to see how that looks. I recommend using hot water to do that, and blow dryer, which I will see if I can try to do that. But yeah, we'll get into the articulation segment. Move his neck that far back, that far down. Does have swivel all the way around on both the neck and the, chest area. Tilt. Put the helmet on. Doesn't really block that much movement. So either way, you're getting the same amount of articulation in the head with and without the helmet. So there is a movable chest piece here, which unlike which is like the stormtrooper, which is, I like it because it's more movable and everything. There's the O-ring system here with the shoulder pad. So this way it's not like the old clone where it gets warped every time you try and move it. Because here it didn't, and it was separated from the armor. And it was glued more to the shoulder than it was on the O-ring system. And now, elbow joint is still more kind of the same. And yeah, so elbow could go about that far up, side to side. And there's not a double jointed there, but it could go all the way around 360, rotation around, and there's up and down hinge on this trigger finger. This is also a trigger finger, and it also has up and down hinge. So I guess if you want him to be left-handed, he can be. And yeah, you can go back about that far and about that far forward. He can hula hoop about like that. Legs can kick out that far. Rotation here at the thigh. Double knee or single jointed knee right here, which can get you that far. And of course, there's difference. The knee pad's on the top here instead of on the bottom, like it should be. And on this one, it's on the bottom instead of the top. So that's something they fixed with this mold, which is good, and I like that a lot better. And I can put that back, and we'll swivel it side to side about that far. Ankle could get you about that far down, that far up, and it can rock that much. So yeah, pretty good. We'll just fix them up a tiny bit, set them back down here, and we'll get Commander Appo here, more like a 501st clone, but we'll scale him. So here we have Appo, or Commander Appo, next to on the left the 2020 Clone Trooper, and on the right the Archive 501st Trooper. And yeah, so that's basically all the 3 Clone Trooper molds we've had in the line so far. They look pretty good next to each other, but yeah. On to the next one is Bad Batch Rex on the left and Commander Jesse on the right, which looks pretty good if you want to have them in like a soldier pose. And then also here he is next to a Stormtrooper, the Mandalorian Remnant one, and the Obi-Wan Kenobi Darth Vader on the right. So yeah, looks pretty good. And overall, I mean, Troopers next to Trooper, they have good height. I mean, he does look a bit taller, but yeah. Overall, I'm sorry for not posting lately. I know it's been a while, but I got sick, and I know excuses don't work, but then something happened with my shelf and my setup and everything changed. So a couple videos will be in this setup, but the newer ones that I'm gonna post will definitely be in a different place. I hope you guys like this change. I'll be doing things a lot more differently. I don't really have scheduled timing because of school and everything, but I'll try and figure this out.